Good afternoon, fellow tankers. Commander Denalii here. Today we're on Arctic region in the snow, but today we're also doing a video that's a little different. We're going to be farming our marks of excellence in our T62 Alpha. Now in this, I'm running vertical stabilizers, coated optics, and improved vents, because we're trying to maximize our DPM. The only thing I did forget to trade out was the fire extinguisher for the food to give a 10% boost to all crew skills. So anyway, we are on an encounter match. And on an encounter, if you're farming marks of excellence or you just want to try to do as much damage as possible, what I like to do is camp over the flag where I know there's going to be a large enemy presence. So here you see me going north. I'm going to be going to the Charlie 2 area, and I'm going to pretty much work that corner as much as I can because I know there's going to be a lot of enemies at the A4, B4, A5, B5 area all over that hillside. Or at least that's how it has been in my experience. So, pretty much, like I said, we're going to be trying to get as much damage as possible. We're going to try to get some marks on our gun barrel. I've only played this tank for, about 20 or 30 matches, and I'm still getting used to it because it plays a little bit differently than the T54. So here we are, we're taking this corner here, and as you see, I'm trying to hide my hull as much as possible and only show my turret because the turret on this thing is pretty damn amazing. And there's our first customer, T44, and we hit him for 340 damage. Just a reminder on this tank, the T62 Alpha, the average damage is 320 average damage on this gun when you're firing standard or premium rounds. As far as the HE rounds, which I only load 5, I think it adds 50 or 60 damage, or maybe even a little more. It's not a whole lot, but I only keep those for when I see soft targets like bore sigs or, stuff like that. So here we are, we get people blind shooting at us, and we're pretty much watching where the tracers are, and we're just going to try to blind shoot them a couple times. You can't make a shot if you don't fire a shot. And there we thought we had the side of the E100 turret, and we tried to do that, and we didn't. So we're going to back up. And there we go. That round just zings right by us, so we're going to pull forward and try to put one into the top bar of the E100. And the round one goes low and shoots him in his gun. But that's alright. At least we didn't eat around there. So yeah, this is pretty much where we're going to be. You'll see I do a lot of blind shots in this area. A lot of them eat dirt, but that's alright. We got plenty of loadout on this tank. I was having problems with gun depression right there, so I angled just a little bit further to the left. And as you can see, when I pull forward here, I've got a lot more gun depression now. Unfortunately, that does mean that my hull is a little bit more exposed around that corner than what it was. And there we go, we put 333 into the T32. And I don't think they're going to be pushing on us anytime soon. So we're just pretty much holding this corner for our team and farming as much damage as possible. We've only gotten 2 damaging hits so far. And there's an Indian Panzer. We're going to aim his turret, 320 damage, and take out his gun. And then he gets finished by the E100 that's on our left, helping us with this flank. And speaking of E100s, just for everybody out there, it's a heavy tank. It's not a sniper. I don't like it when E100s are just holding back as far as they can and letting medium tanks go up and, tank the fight while they try to snipe some shots. Yes, I know I have an E100, and I know that when somebody sees you, all they do is load premium. It's just part of the tank. It just happens. But with that in mind, I'm just going to go ahead and push forward here. And as you see on the map, he's going to move a little bit. He's going to push forward, and he's going to, try to cover us from back there. And here we find a T44. Now, this T44, he didn't move when I shot him. I'm thinking he may have lagged out of the game. That's unfortunate for him because we're going to put 3 rounds into him. We're going to put 1 well above average, 1 well below average, and 1 just at the average, 3 points shy of it. And then somebody else is going to finish him off for 7 points of damage. So, couldn't quite get the top of that guy, and that E100 was poking a little bit, and I didn't want him to put a big round into me and take off, 600 or 700 of my health. So I'm going to push forward here. And I spot the Jagdpanzer E100. Now, I thought he was angled a little bit less than what he was, so I thought that round was going to penetrate. Unfortunately, he didn't, so I'm just going to tuck behind this this pillbox here, and I'm going to try not to get shot by him. And I'm pretty much watching to my left and watching him. Once he starts moving, I know I'm able to put a shot on him because his reticle's going to be zoomed out. And we're going to try again, and it bounces again. So since he's still moving, we're going to back up and we're going to try one more on him. And he's going to try to face us there, and we just don't penetrate. So we have a light tank on our left. He's going to push up here, and that was his last mistake. He got polished off. So here I'm just going to try to pull back a little bit and have this E100 back here actually do his job. You see an artillery round come in and hit that E100, and that tracks him in place, as you'll see here in a second. As you look at his track right here, you'll see it's blown off, but that's quite alright. We're going to go back to our corner. We seem to be holding pretty good, and I'm going to drive off that, and I'm going to take, 110 damage off that, but that's quite alright. I was too worried about getting flanked there by the enemy E100, the T32 that's over there, and whatever else they have over there. And there's a Tiger 2. We're going to try to hit him in the turret, and we bounce off of him. We get detected. We're in pretty good cover. We're going to pull forward, try for his lower, and we eat dirt, but the E100 finishes him. Now that the E100's actually up there, doing heavy tank stuff, I'm looking around to see what other tanks we have around. It's just a bunch of tier 8 heavies there. Yep, 4 tier 8 heavies work in the middle, so I'm just going to push up with the E100 by myself. And we're going to, do what we can. So we see that enemy tank destroyer right there on the north side of the flag. He's about half health, a little over. He's going to take a little bit more damage here in a second. Here we go. Oh, he took some there. And we got a side shot, so we're going to put 188 damage into him and finish him off. So now we're going to start working this ridge line because it looks like a lot of their enemy tanks have moved around a little bit. So there's a low right there. We're going to try a snapshot and fail. And then we're going to try to aim in and get his commander's hatch. And there we go. We were just a meter above his tank. That's the thing. The dispersion on guns is there for a reason. You can't have a perfect shot every time. And at the range we were firing, it couldn't have been too far off from where I aimed. But, he just he got lucky there. So pulling forward, we get detected. So I'm going to go ahead and back up. And lucky for me, that artillery was aimed right there, and I backed up just in the nick of time. And now we have another friendly heavy that parked right where I was at, so I'm going to push up here by the E100 and try to get some flanking shots on this low, and oh, there's an IS-3. IS-3 is out in the open, caught with his pants down, so we're going to track him right there, do some damage, then we're going to pull forward and try to hit him again. And it looks like he fixed his track, so we're going to hit him one more time, and then we're going to ignore him. See a light tank, and now we're going to try to go for that low. And the GWE-100 puts a splash into us and takes out our tracks. But lucky for us, we do have track mechanic, and we do have repair skills, so the track gets fixed severely quick. So just trying to push up here, spot some enemies, and as soon as I get detected, I'm going to dip back behind cover. And it's a good thing I do, because I'm about to get shot at. And there we go, that round eats dirt from the Jagdpanzer E100. Had that round hit me and didn't kill me, it would have done easily around 1,000 damage on me, and I would be on very, very low health. So he's the biggest threat right now, so I decided to push up this way and flank him. And as long as he's focused on me, my teammates that are in the E3 area and my teammates that are in the Bravo 4 area should be able to get some kind of flanking shots on him. But and if he focuses on them, I should be able to have flanking shots. So here we're just trying to aim out his tracks, and then he turns for us. Perfect. So we hit him in the track anyway to stop his movement, and we're just going to try to keep him tracked and put rounds into him. And our sixth sense is going off now. So at this point, I know the artillery has been trying to put rounds into me. So I'm going to put those rounds into him and move. And try one more. And it bounces. I could have probably stayed where I was and been safe because I was on the side of that rock. And I know that the artillery's over in the D0 area somewhere. but I didn't really want to chance it. So here we are, just trying to get up here and put some more damage into this E100, and we'll snap shot, and he's turning towards us, so we're going to back up, and just in time the KV-4 finishes him off right before he can snap a shot at me. Now here's the T32 that was up on this hill earlier where I'm at now, and he's in some low ground. He actually plays that pretty smart. He knows I don't have gun depression, but I'm going to put one round in him there. I'm going to try another quick one here, and he gets under my gun depression. I think I just bounce it off the top of his turret. But knowing that there's only 3 tanks left and he's one of them, I'm going to go ahead and go down after him. So here we go, we're going to try to dive on him. We do 285 damage to him and a little over 500 damage to ourselves. But we also put a round into him. And one more round to go, and that GW tries to hit me and splashes behind me, and there we go. Of course, that could have been our friendly artillery that tried to put around there. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, I don't like it when artillery lands right next to me. So down to the final 2 tanks, we're on 16 damaging ribbons, and none of those are caused by fire. So we know we're going to have a decent match for our marks of excellence. And we know where both tanks are at because they were spotted already once. So we're looking for that tank destroyer, and right there I spot the both of them, the artillery and the tank destroyer. So I decide to go after the artillery first, just kind of as a revenge thing because he did fire a few rounds at me. And on the approach, our friendly artillery just demolishes him, so I'm happy about that. So now that tank destroyer, there he is, he fires, he misses, I snap shot, and I hit him for 301 damage. And we're going to pop back over, we're going to snap shot it again. It didn't do anything. We're going to pull forward till we go undetected, make him think we're driving, and he didn't move, so we're going to blind shoot him and kill him. And there we go, that's the end of that match. So 18 damaging ribbons, 7 crits, and a little bit of assisted damage. We ended up with 50,000 silver, 5,000 experience, and here we go, we got 1,000 assisted damage, so you cut that in half, and that'll be 1,030, and you add that to your damage, and that's going to be 6,545 damage for this match to go towards my MoE. We did block 660, and we got high caliber. Anyway, fellas, the reason I cut that assisted damage in half is any assisted damage you get does count towards your marks of excellence, just half of it. But anyway, that's it for this one. I'll be back with another video as an update. Until then, you guys go out, kill some shit. I hope to see you on the battlefield. And don't forget, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel and you like my content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you feel like dropping me a comment, I will try to reply back. Until next time, fellow tankers.